so today, Paula, we're going to talk about part 1 of the IELTS writing test, okay? Right, so we're going to look at what are the different types of part 1 writing tasks and see if we can predict which ones are likely to be more common in the writing test. Okay, so you remember the different types of part 1 writing tasks, right? Okay, well, let's go through that again first, shall we? Okay, so most part 1 writing tasks are looking at some kind of data. So the first one we've got is line chart. We can also see bar charts, pie charts, or tables, or you could have a combination of two of these. And then there are also some tasks which don't involve describing data. So you've got diagrams, usually looking at some kind of process, and also maps. Okay, so to do this, ideally we'd like to see every single IELTS test that's ever been done. But that's obviously not possible because the IELTS providers don't release all that information. However, Cambridge English, who write the exams, do produce some official materials. So we're going to use those sources to help us give an indication of what kind of exams we might see. Okay, so here are the materials we're going to use. So we're going to look at official IELTS practice materials 1 and 2. Then we're also going to look at the official Cambridge Guide to IELTS, which is a self-study book for students. And then we're also going to look at all the different IELTS academic books, ranging from 1 to 19. So taking these all together, that includes 90 tests in total. So that'll give us a fairly good idea, maybe not 100% accurate, but it will give us an indication of what kind of tasks we're likely to see. Okay, so starting with line chart, there were 14 of them, so that makes up about 16% of the total. So that's about average for this part 1 task. And then we've got bar charts, so you can see there's 21 of these in these materials, so quite a few more than line charts. So this makes up nearly a quarter of all the different part 1 tasks. So that's obviously quite common. And then we've got pie chart, which is quite a bit less common, so only makes up 10% of the total tasks we can see in these materials. And then table is even less common, so just 7 of them. And then tasks which involve 2 charts makes up 14. So again, similar to the line chart, that's 16% of the total. And then we've got diagrams, which is 11, so about 12%. And then maps, there are 14 of them, making up 16%. So you can see that bar charts are comfortably the most common type of task. And then that's followed equally by line charts, 2 charts combined, and map tasks. Okay, so hopefully you have a better idea of what kind of tasks you're likely to see in part 1 of the writing exam now. Okay, shall we say goodbye now, Paula? Bye-bye.